Good morning, students. Students, today we will begin with a poem in English. The name of the poem is A Lark. Now, a lark means a small brown bird which makes a pleasant sound, which makes a sound which you would like to hear it. Okay, so first we'll start with reciting the poem. A lark. Lark bird, soaring high, are you never weary? When you reach the empty sky, are the clouds not dreary? Don't you sometimes long to be a silent goldfish in the sea? Goldfish, diving deep, are you never sad? Say, when you feel the cold waves creep, are you really glad? Say, don't you sometimes long to sing and be a larkbird on the wing? The name of the poet is Lawrence Alma Tadema. Okay, so I'll explain to you the stanzas one by one. The first stanza says, larkbird, soaring high, are you never weary? So the poet is telling that larkbird, you're going on flying higher and higher. You don't get tired. He's saying, are you never weary? That means he's telling you're going on flying high in the sky. You're not getting tired. Then the next two lines says, when you reach the empty sky, are the clouds not dreary? So he says again that when you're reaching the sky higher and higher, upwards, when you're reaching it higher, then you're seeing the clouds. Are the clouds not dreary? Means when you're reaching towards the clouds, you don't find that it's dull over there, because when we see from down from the earth, we see that the clouds are sometimes blur, they are dull. So the poet is telling the larkbird, as you're going higher in the sky, you're not finding it dull on top. Then he says again, don't you sometimes long to be a silent goldfish in the sea? So he's telling the larkbird, sometimes you don't feel to be a goldfish in the sea. Okay, he's just telling the larkbird that sometimes you do not feel that, yes, I am a bird, but should I not be a fish? Okay, so this was the first stanza. Now I'll move to the second stanza. Goldfish, diving deep, are you never sad? Say. So now he is asking the goldfish, you're going deep in the water, very deep you're going in the water. You are never sad that you're going so deep in the water. Then he says again, when you feel the cold waves creep, are you really glad? Say. Then in the next two lines, the poet says, when you are going swimming deep in the water, you don't feel that the waves are cold. You don't feel that. Are you really glad that you don't feel that the waves coming towards you are cold? Sometimes when we go to the beach and we put our legs into the water, we feel that the water is very cold. So we also sometimes might be thinking that these fishes in the water, they don't feel cold. The same way the poet is thinking and asking the goldfish that you are not feeling cold. Okay. Then the last two lines says, don't you sometimes long to sing and be a larkbird on the wing? So he's again telling the goldfish that you don't sometimes feel to sing like this larkbird. Now, as I told you, larkbird is a small brown bird which likes to sing. It has a pleasant voice, a very nice voice which you would like to hear. So he's telling the goldfish, you don't sometimes feel to be a um, larkbird. So what the poet is doing over here, he's comparing the larkbird to the goldfish. The same way he's comparing the goldfish to the larkbird. He's telling each other that don't you all feel like to be a fish or a bird? Okay, so this was the poem about a lark. I hope you all must have understood. Okay, we'll end over here. So we'll learn the next lesson in the next video. Thank you for listening, children. Goodbye. Take care.